Hi everyone, welcome to Wiki Sneak Prep. I'm Vicky. In this video, we are going to discuss about Class 12 Biology NCERT textbook. Now we are going to discuss about Unit 9 in Class 12. It is Biotechnology. It has two chapters: Biotechnology Principles and Processes, Biotechnology and its Applications. In this video, we are going to discuss biotechnology and its applications. For this topic, we have the introduction. Biotechnology essentially deals with the industrial scale production and biopharmaceuticals and biologicals using genetically modified microbes, fungi, plants, and animals. The application of biotechnology include therapeutics, diagnostics, genetically modified crops for agriculture, processed food, bioremediation, waste treatment, and energy production. Three critical research areas of biotechnology are providing the best catalyst in the form of improved organism, usually a microbe or a pure enzyme. The creating optimal conditions through engineering for a catalyst to act is also a research criteria for biotechnology. Downstream processing technology to purify the protein or organic compound is also a criterial research area, critical research area of biotechnology. Biotechnology applications in agriculture. Let us take a look at the three options that can be taught for increasing food production. They are agrochemical based agriculture, organic agriculture, and genetically engineered crop based agriculture. The Green Revolution succeeded in tripling the food supply by yet it was not enough to feed the growing human population. Increased yields have partly been due to the use of improved varieties, but mainly due to the use of better management practices and the use of agrochemicals, fertilizers, and pesticides. However, for farmers in the developing world, agrochemicals are often too expensive and further increases in yield with the existing varieties are not possible. Using conventional breeding, use of genetically modified crops is a possible solution for many issues. In this, the father of green revolution in the world is Norman E. Borlaug. Father of green revolution in the world. Norman E. Borlaug. Father of green revolution in India is M.S. Swaminathan. Biotechnological applications in agriculture have the following: plants breeding through bacteria, fungi, and animals whose genes have been altered by manipulation are called genetically modified organisms. Genetically mod- Genetic modification has made crops more tolerant to abiotic stresses like cold, drought, salt, heat. Reduced reliance on chemical pesticides, pest-resistant crops. Help to reduce post-harvest losses and help to increase the efficiency of mineral usage by plants. This prevents early exhaustion of fertility of soil and enhanced nutritional value of food. Example, golden rice, vitamin A enriched rice. In addition to these uses, genetic, uh, genetically modified organisms has been used to create tailor-made plants to supply alternative resources to industries in the form of starches, fuels, and pharmaceuticals. Some of the applications of biotechnology in agriculture that you will study in detail are the production of pest resistant plants, which could decrease the amount of pesticide used, as Bt toxin is produced by a bacterium called Bacillus thuringiensis. Bt for short. Bt toxin genes has been cloned from the bacteria and been expressed in plants to provide resistance to insects without the need for insecticides. In effect, created a biopesticide. Examples are Bt cotton, Bt corn, rice, tomato, potato, and soya bean, etc. Bt cotton, some strains of Bacillus thuringiensis produce proteins that kill certain insects such as lepidopterans like tobacco budworm and armyworm, coleopterans like beetles, and dipterans like flies and mosquitoes. Forms of protein crystals forms protein crystals during a particular phase of their growth. These Bacillus thuringiensis crystals contain a toxic insecticidal protein, which does this toxin not kill the bacillus actually. The Bt toxin protein exists as an inactive protoxin, but once an insect ingests the inactive toxin, it is converted into an active form of toxin. Due to the alkaline pH of the gut, which solubilize the crystals, the activated toxin binds to the surface of midgut epithelial cells and create pores that cause cell swelling and lysis and eventually cause death of the insect. Specific Bt toxin genes were isolated from Bacillus thuringiensis and incorporated into the several crop plants such as cotton. The choice of genes depends upon the crop and the targeted pest. As most Bt toxins are insect group specific, the toxin is coded by a gene Cry1AC named Cry. In this, we have three types of Cry genes: Cry1AC, Cry2AB, and Cry1AB. In this, the in this Bacillus thuringiensis crystals contain a toxic insecticidal protein. Why does this toxin does not kill the bacillus actually? The Bt toxin protein exists as inactive protoxins, but once an insect injects the inactive form toxin, it is converted into an active form of toxin due to the alkaline pH of the gut, which solubilize the crystals. The activated toxin binds to the surface of midgut epithelial cells and create pores that cause cell swelling and lysis and eventually cause death of the insect. Specific Bt toxin genes were isolated from Bacillus thuringiensis and incorporated into the several crop plants such as cotton. The choice of genes depends upon the crop and the targeted pest. As most Bt toxins are insect group specific, the toxin is coded by a gene Cry1AC named Cry genes. The Cry1AC, Cry2AB, and Cry1AB. There are a number of them. For example, the protein encoded by the genes Cry1AC and Cry2AB control the cotton bollworms. That of Cry1AB controls corn borer. Pest resistant plants. Several nematode parasite a variety of plants and animals include human beings, a nematode named Melidogyne incognitia infects the root of tobacco plant and causes a great reduction in yield. A novel strategy that was adopted to prevent this infestation, which was based on the process of RNA interference. RNA takes place in all eukaryotic organisms as a method of cellular defense. This method involves silencing of a specific mRNA due to a complementary dsRNA molecule that binds to and prevents translation of the mRNA silencing. The source of the complementary RNA could be from an infection by viruses having RNA genomes or mobile genetic elements transposons that replicate via an RNA intermediate using agrobacterium vectors. Nematode specific genes were introduced into the host plant. The introduction of DNA was such that it produced both sense and antisense RNA in the host cells. These two RNAs, being complementary to each other, formed a double stranded dsRNA that initiated RNAi and thus silenced the specific mRNA from the nematode. The consequence was that the parasite could not serve. In a transgenic host expressing specific interfering RNA, the transgenic plant therefore got itself projected from the parasite. As shown in this figure, biotechnological applications in medicine. The recombinant DNA technologies processes have made immense impact in the area of health care by enabling mass production of safe and more effective therapeutic drugs. Further, the recombinant therapeutics do not include unwanted immunological responses as in common in case of similar products isolated from non-human sources. At present, about 30 recombinant therapeutics have been approved for human use the world over. In India, 12 of these are presently being marketed. In world, 30 recombinant therapeutics have been approved, and only in India, 12 therapeutics are presently being approved as per our NCRT textbook. Genetically engineered insulin. Management of adult onset diabetes is possible by taking insulin at regular time intervals. If bacterium were available that could make the human insulin, if suddenly the whole process becomes so simple, you can easily grow a large quantity of the bacteria and make as much as insulin as you need. The insulin structure is of a type of a string. It is known as proinsulin, A peptide, it has three chains, A, B, and C. C is known as proinsulin. It gets when the insulin gets matured, the C becomes free. So the matured insulin consists of only two chains, A and B. Insulin used for diabetes was earlier extracted from pancreas of slaughtered cattle and pigs. Insulin from an animal source through though caused some patients to develop allergy or other types of reactions to the foreign protein. Insulin consists of two short polypeptide chains A and B that are linked together by disulfide bridges. In mammals, including humans, insulin is synthesized as a prohormone like proenzyme. The hormone also needs to be processed before it becomes a fully mature and functional hormone, which contains an extra stretch called the C peptide. The C peptide is not present in the mature insulin and is removed during maturation into the insulin. The main challenge for production of insulin using rDNA techniques was getting insulin assembled into a mature form. In 1983, a company named Eli Lilly, an American company, prepared two DNA sequences corresponding to A and B chains of human insulin and introduced them in plasmids of E. coli to produce insulin chains. Chains A and B were produced separately, extracted and combined creating disulfide bonds to form human insulin. Gene therapy. Gene therapy is a collection of methods that allows correction of a gene defect that has been diagnosed in a child or embryo. Here, genes are inserted into a person's cells and tissues to treat a disease. Correction of a genetic defect involves delivery of a normal gene into the individual or embryo to take over the function of an compensator, compensate for, compensate for the non-functional gene. The first clinical gene therapy was given in 1990 to a 4-year-old girl with adenosine deaminase ADA deficiency. This enzyme is crucial for the immune system to function. This disorder is caused due to the deletion of the gene for adenosine deaminase. In some children, ADA deficiency can be cured by bone marrow transplantation. In others, it can be treated by enzyme replacement therapy, in which functional ADA is given to the patient by injection. But the problem with both of these approaches that they are not completely curative. As a first step towards gene therapy, lymphocytes from the blood of the patient are grown in a culture outside the body. A functional ADA cDNA using a retroviral vector is then introduced into the lymphocytes, which are subsequently returned unto the patient. However, as these cells are not immoral, the patient requires periodic infusion of such genetically engineered lymphocytes because the bone marrow changes the lymphocytes in a particular time. However, if the gene isolate it from bone marrow cells producing ADA is not introduced into cells at early embryonic is introduced into the cells at early embryonic stages, it could be a permanent cure. Molecular diagnosis. As you know, for the effective treatment of a disease and early diagnosis and understanding its pathophysiology is very important. Using conventional methods of diagnosis, serum and urine analysis, etc., early detection is not possible. Recombinant DNA technology, polymerase chain reaction, and enzyme linked immunosorbent assay ELISA are some of the techniques that serve the purpose of early diagnosis. Presence of a pathogen, bacteria, virus, etc., is normally suspected only when the pathogen has produced a disease symptom. By this time, the concentration of pathogen is absorbed is already very high in the body. However, very low concentration of a bacteria or a virus at a time when the symptoms of the disease are not yet visible can be detected by the amplification of the ribose of the nucleic acids by PCR. Nucleic acids by PCR. PCR is now routinely PCR is now routinely used to detect HIV in suspected AIDS patients. It is being used to detect mutations in genes in suspected cancer patients too. It is a powerful technique to identify many other gene disorders. A single stranded DNA or RNA tagged with a radioactive molecule probe is allowed to hybridize to its complementary DNA in a clone of the cells, followed by detection using autoradiography. The clone having mutated gene will hence not appear on the photographic film because the probe will not have the complementary with the mutated gene. ELISA is based on the principle of antigen antibody interaction. Infection by pathogen can be detected by the presence of antigens, proteins, glycoproteins, etc., or by detecting the antibody synthesized against the pathogen. Transgenic animals. Animals that have had their DNA manipulated to possess and express an extra foreign gene are known as transgenic animals. Transgenic rats, rabbits, pigs, sheep, cows, and fish have been produced, although over 95% of all existing transgenic animals are mice, because mice are used regularly for all tests. For example, for the testing of vaccines, the monkeys and mice are used. Normal physiology and development. Transgenic animals can be specially designed to allow the study of how genes are regulated and how they affect the normal function of the body and its development. Example study of complex factors involved in growth, such as insulin like growth factor, and introducing genes from other species that alter the formation of the factor, and studying the biological effects that result. The information is obtained about the biological role of the factor in the body. Study of disease. Many transgenic animals are designed to increase our understanding of how genes contribute to the development of disease. These are specially made to serve as models for human disease, so that investigation of new treatments for diseases is made possible. Today, transgenic models exist for many human diseases such as cancer, cystic fibrosis, rheumatoid arthritis, and Alzheimer's. Biological products like medicines required to treat certain human diseases can contain biological products, but such products are often expensive to make. Transgenic animals uh, that produce useful biological products can be created by the introduction of portion of DNA or genes which codes for a particular product, such as human protein A1 antitrypsin used to treat emphysema. Similar attempts are being made for the treatment of phenylketonuria (PKU) and cystic fibrosis. In 1997, the first transgenic cow, Rosie, produced human protein enriched milk of 2.4 grams per liter. The milk contained the human alpha lactalbumin and was nutritionally a more balanced product for human babies than the natural cow milk. Vaccine safety. The transgenic mice are being developed for use in testing the safety of vaccines before they are used on humans. Transgenic mice are being used to test the safety of polio vaccine. The successful and found to be reliable that could replace the use of monkeys to test the safety of batches of the vaccine. Chemical safety testing. This is known as toxicity or safety testing. The procedure is the same as that of used for testing toxicity of drugs. Transgenic, transgenic animals are made that carry genes which make them more sensitive to toxic substances than non-transgenic animals. They are then exposed to the toxic substances and the effects studied. Toxicity testing in such animals will allow us to obtain results in less time. Ethical issues. The manipulation of living organisms by the human race cannot go on any further without regulation. Some ethical standards are required to evaluate the morality, morality, morality of all human activities that might help or harm living organisms. Going beyond the morality of such issues, the biological significance of such things is also important. Genetic modification of organisms can have unpredictable results when such organisms are introduced into the ecosystem. Therefore, the Indian government has set up organizations such as GEAC, Genetic Engineering Approval Committee, which will make decisions regarding the validity of genetically modified research and safety of introducing genetically modified organisms for public services. The modification or usage of living organisms for public services as food and medicine sources, for example, has also created problems with patents granted for the same. There is growing public anger that certain companies are being granted patents for products and technologies that make use of the genetic materials, plants, and other biological resources that have long been identified, developed, and used by farmers and indigenous people of a specific region or country. Rice, in an important Rice is an important food grain, the presence of which goes back thousands of years in Asia's agriculture history. There are an estimated of 2 lakh varieties of rice in India alone. The diversity of rice in India is one of the richest in the world. Basmati rice is distinct for the unique aroma and flavor, and 27 documented varieties of basmati are grown in India. There is a reference of basmati in ancient texts, folklore, and poetry, as it has been grown for centuries. In 1997, an American company got patent rights on basmati rice through the US Patent and Trademark Office. This allowed the company to sell a new variety of basmati in the US and abroad. The new variety of basmati had actually been derived from Indian farmers' varieties. Indian basmati was crossed with semi dwarf varieties and claimed as an invention or a novelty could be restricted by the patent. Several attempts have also been made to patent uses, products, and process based on the Indian traditional herbal medicines. Example turmeric, neem. If we are not vigil- vigilant and we do not immediately counter these patents applications, other countries or individuals may encash on our rich legacy and we may not be able to do anything about it. Biopiracy is the term used to refer to the use of bioresources by multinational companies and other organizations without proper authorization from the countries and the people concerned without compensatory payment. Most of the industrialized nations are rich financially but poor in biodiversity and traditional knowledge. In contrast, the developing and undeveloped world is rich in biodiversity and traditional knowledge related to bioresources. Traditional knowledge related to bioresources can be exploited to develop modern applications and can also be used to save time, effort, and expenditure during their commercialization. There has been growing realization of the injustice, inadequate compensation, and benefit sharing between developed and developing countries. Therefore, some nations are developing laws to prevent such unauthorized exploitations of their bioresources and traditional knowledge. The Indian Parliament has recently cleared the Second Amendment of the Indian Patent Bills that takes the issues into the consideration, including patent terms, emergency provisions, and research and development initiative. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to Wiki Sneak Trap.